Parish, this shit high, boy.
404, bitch.
It's been too long to be playing around with you. If you down, then you know I'm down. It's true that you think I could do you wrong. Baby, I would never. I wrote too many songs, they all about you. I thought you knew that I was all about you. Do you think I fuck it up? Cause baby girl, I would never. I've been thinking about you all damn day. While you worry, love, you know that I'm gon' stay. Every moment got it on replay in my cranium. Everything you say, you are worth too much. You're my treasure. Fuck this up, baby. I would never. Too much, I can't measure. Do you wrong, baby? I would never. I remember last winter at a family dinner. You got hella mad, said I was flirting with your sister. Remember in the summer at a family supper, you got pissed off, thought I was flirting with your mother. Recalling last autumn, flashing week in London. You were obsessed that I was lying down on motto. Thinking back to spring, you saw a couple out to eat, and then you started crying cause you thought that it was me. I wrote too many songs, they all about you. I thought you knew that I was all about you. Do you think I fuck it up? Cause baby girl, I would never. I've been thinking about you all damn day. While you worry, love, you know that I'm gon' stay. Every moment got it on replay in my cranium. Everything you say, you are worth too much. You're my treasure. Fuck this up, baby. I would never. Too much, I can't measure. Do you wrong, baby? I would never. You deserve everything, baby girl. I promise I'm down. One day I'll cop a wedding ring, but even before that I'll stick around. You're insecure and I get that, so I'ma do what I can to keep us intact. I fell for you with no impact, cause I ain't never hit the ground yet. Ain't lying when I tell you I've been thinking about you all damn day. While you worry, love, you know that I'm gon' stay. Every moment got it on replay in my cranium. Everything you say, you are worth too much. You're my treasure. Fuck this up, baby. I would never. Too much, I can't measure. Do you wrong, baby? I would never.
Thinking about shit too much, it's all up in my head, and I need to let it all go, get over what you said. I don't know why I still care, but I wish you would call. But if I go and trust you, will you just take it off? So I get really
Guys, welcome back. आज हम थोड़ा गेंशिन खेलेंगे. क्या हाल है? I hope my stream is working fine. What's up?
Can't take all the shady days, I just want the sun. Living life so reckless cause I'm not forever young. If you're not the one for me, I'll find another one.
Okay, it's good. कल ही नया अपडेट आया गाइस. तो कल तो कुछ खास नहीं था इसमें. आज नए इवेंट्स आए. Oh, you guys can't see the map. एक मिनट. अब ठीक है. नए म्यूजिक में.
Paimon coming in. Is this level okay? Can you hear Paimon? Paimon coming in. Paimon coming in. Is this level okay? Can you hear?
Yes, I can. Oh, this is new. Tour guide. Incomplete story. ओके बहुत सारे पेंडिंग पड़ी है, कुछ नहीं कर लेंगे. That's new Kazuha story. Let's go. ये लॉक्ड है नहीं. Unlock that. Okay, what do we have here? Okay, only 2 requests. चलो पहले क्या मिशंस कर लेते हैं. Oh wait, let me change them. तो इतनी आवाज क्यों आ रही है? व्हाट द हेल? ओके
There is no escape. I'm going in. Wind, hear me.
I will end this.
Beg for mercy. Freeze to the core. I condemn you.
This isn't good. Frostbite.
इजी. पूरे गेम में यही एरिया है जो बहुत ज़्यादा लैग करवाता है. Okay, all good. अब शायद लैग कम हो. हेलो दर बड़ी, वेलकम टू स्ट्रीम. क्या हाल है भाई? अब इसने चाबी कहाँ घुमा दी? ले वहाँ कर क्या रहा था ये? नशे वशे नशे. Hey bro, what's going on? कुछ नहीं भाई, गेम खेल रहे हैं. Doing some quests. Oh, मिल गई. लॉल.
Shine down. Now you shall perish.
Oh भाई. बेचारे सो रहे थे. मुक्ति दिला दी. ये ले तेरी चाबी और फुटे यहाँ से। Into my life. Okay. Damn it, I got just only one.
Illusion shattered.
Ouch.
Teamwork is dreamwork.
मरे रे मरे.
Swear by my sword. There is no escape. Going in. Torn to oblivion. Shine down.
साला नोकिया की सील. इससे ज्यादा लेम जोक नहीं मार सकता. मूविंग ऑन.
It's time to quit while we're ahead. Don't think like that. I will love you endlessly. If you don't believe, don't you think like that? I will love you forever. If you don't believe, you could be with anyone. I could be with anyone.
Everybody stand back! Wind, hear me! Now you shall perish!
Boom.
Said, don't you think like that? I will love you endlessly. If you only believe me, don't you
ओके वेट, गानों का आवाज थोड़ा कम आ रहा है पता है. ओके.
You could be with anyone, I could be with anyone. You're here with me, you're here with me.
Add as. Thank you for completing.
वो सब तो ठीक है.
You could be with anyone, I could
What do we have here? Okay, all good.
Got my chain, but I'm still flexing. I don't want a bitch, just a one night stand. Got my family, that's all I need. Got a lot of mouths that I have to feed. Got my chain, but I'm still flexing. I don't want a bitch, just a one night stand. Got my family, that's all I need. Got a lot of mouths that I have to feed. Snakes be black.
Thank you for this.
Baby, on my ass, wanna see me fall. Pop my shit, city filled
Oh, I'm close to AR57. Let's go.
red taste, that's a click. Link in bio for the mix. I ain't with that other shit. How you always shoot to miss. We be chillin', poppin' sands. We be boss or talking plans. Know we on another vibe. Don't you act like you the fan. Switched up for the bad. Fuck me over for some cash. I got magic in the stash. Without me, you can't last. Gotta leave it in the past. Gotta leave your ass behind. I can't pass a rock. Fourth quarter ball is
Alright, let's do some quests.
talking back to us, for her I can stress,
6069 meter. Let's go.
Got my chain, but I'm still flexing. I don't want a bitch, just a one night stand. Got my family, that's all I need. Got a lot of mouths that I have to feed. Got my chain, but I'm still flexing. I don't want a bitch, just a one night stand. Got my family, that's all I need. Got a lot of mouths that I have to feed. Been too focused,
Guys, don't forget to like the stream.
tryna play me.
आज बहुत दिनों बाद जेंसन खेल रहा हूँ.
I'ma get a mansion with them plaques. Fuck your crew, your shit so wild. All bets on me since I was 13. I ain't part of no scene, but I'ma make a scene. Fuck the suit and tie shit. Millionaires with red jeans.
There is no escape.
Can I have some hand guards?
Down to business.
Uh-oh.
Eye for an eye. More speed.
How's this? To the ferry.
How's that? Hey Sanket, welcome. What's up, buddy? Thanks for joining the stream. आज वैलो नहीं खेल रहा मैं. Oh, let me pause the music. This is the story quest.
It's been a while since we first set foot on Inazuma. So many things have happened since then.
As if in blink of an eye.
We've
Yep.
definitely made some progress on our journey. So, where should we go today? Huh? What's up?
Whoa, whoa, whoa! What the hell?
Hey! What the heck was that for?
Bidle.
Doesn't want to talk, huh? Alright, let's convince him to calm down a little.
I condemn you.
Oh, this one is strong.
There is no escape.
What?
Huh? So you don't have a vision after all?
Yes.
Seems like I've mistaken you for someone else.
At the very least, you should make sure you've got the right person before you go attacking them. No,
बात तो
wait.
सही है.
Even when you've got the right person, you shouldn't go attacking them out of the blue. It's dangerous.
Have you ever met someone by the name of Kaedahara Kazuha?
Hey,
He
उसने
carries
क्या
a
बिगाड़ा
sword
था?
just like you. I've also heard that he possesses an animo vision. That's none of your business.
It's part of my business.
Never mind. You don't look like you know anything anyway. I'm wasting my time.
I'm gonna kick your ass.
What the heck is this guy's problem? Coming around here, waving that weird sword in our faces, and he didn't even apologize. Seems like a real nutcase. Well, one
Yep.
thing's for sure. No way are we telling him anything about Kazuha. Hey, don't be mean. I'm on smart most of the time. Anyway, just to be on the safe side, we should go fight Kazuha right away and tell him to watch his back. Oh? What kind of hunch? A special connection? You mean beyond already knowing each other? Yeah, maybe a little. But then again, most people look pretty much the same once they start fighting, so that doesn't really prove anything. Anyway, there's no time to lose. Let's go tell Kazuha so we won't get into any danger. Paimon heard that the Crux fleet is stocking up in Rito at the moment. Let's look for him there.
Oh, we can meet Captain Beidou. Let's go. मैं तो आलसी हूँ, मैं भाग के नहीं जा रहा. Okay, we are here.
Hello?
You're looking for Kazuha too, huh? Guess he must have done something impressive after all.
क्या कर
Well,
दिया
we took
इसने?
the small vessels into Rito on a routine supply run, only this time, as soon as we entered the harbor, we ran into a huge crowd of Inazumans, all of them wanting to know about Kazuha. If it's because of that battle on Nizuchi Beach, Captain Beidou had a great run there too, but I don't see her getting this kind of attention. Kazuha keeps to himself most of the time. In fact,
Oh, so you still don't know what...
I've heard bits and pieces. Something about him blocking the Raiden Shogun's Muso no Hitotachi.
Yes.
Is it really as big a deal as everyone's making it out to be?
ये स्टोरी क्वेस्ट में हुआ था. Our conquest.
Really? Wow. When you put it like that, it all makes sense. He was called away earlier by some people from the Tenryo Commission. I thought they'd come to arrest him at first. Turns
It
out
means
they couldn't have been
Kujo-Sara is
friendlier
also
to
involved.
Seems like they really respect the guy.
Just a little
Respect?
while ago, this would have been completely unimaginable.
बंदे सीधे तलवार लेके चढ़ रहे हैं और तू बोल रहा है कि रिस्पेक्ट. What the hell?
Thank you. Guess we'll go pay a visit to...
All right then.
Kujo-Sara, I'm coming. Okay, we are here. Enter. Oh, Kazuha.
Oh? It's you.
Yes.
Greetings. We were just discussing the repealing of the Vision Hunt decree.
तुझे किसने
Since you're
पूछा?
here, you're very welcome to listen in on the conversation. We invited Mr. Kaidahara here to extend a gesture of goodwill on behalf of the Shogunate. Your hard work has secured for us the agreeable state of affairs that we now enjoy. Also, I've been granted the chance to correct my clan's past mistakes, and for that, I'm deeply grateful. The Almighty Shogun has issued a large array of directives aimed at resolving, or at least easing, the tensions that have built up over the years. The Tri-Commission has made the recommendation to use this opportunity to restore the honor of the Kaidahara name. Regarding the history of the Kaidahara clan, I trust that you're already somewhat informed? In short, there was once a group of select bladesmiths who served the Shogun directly, responsible for upholding and further developing the traditional blade forging arts of the Almighty Shogun. The Kaidahara clan belonged to this class, but there came a time when some of these bladesmiths revolted and fled to Snezhnaya. Both the Kaidahara and Kamisato clans were held accountable for lax oversight and entered a period of great turmoil. We later learned that the whole misadventure had been secretly orchestrated by the Fatui. Attributing all of the blame to the Kamisato and Kaedahara clans was neither proper nor just. Considering Mr. Kaedahara has once more made an outstanding contribution to Inazuma, the Almighty Shogun believes he should not only be rewarded for his achievements, but also receive recompense for the excessive punishment borne by his clan in the past. In the interest of preventing further harassment of the Bladesmith clans by the Fatui, we chose not to publicly release the findings of our investigations into these matters. We trust you can understand why this was necessary.
This is a true honor. I am delighted to be in a position to receive the goodwill of the Almighty Shogun, and the Shogunate at large. However, would I be correct to assume that this magnanimous gesture does not come without some strings attached?
I can assure you that nothing could be further from the truth. We seek only to correct a past injustice. With the Kaedahara clan's reputation and occupation restored, the Kaedaharas will be bladesmiths once more, and your wanderings will finally come to an end. You will be able to lead a safe and prosperous life in Inazuma City with the Almighty Shogun's blessing and full support of the Shogunate.
I have grown accustomed to life among the elements. I fear I would no longer feel at home behind the tall wall, yet my ancestors did indeed take great pride in the name of Kaedahara, and the art of blade making for which it stood. I do have a responsibility to restore their honor.
I sense some hesitation in your words. Should you accept this offer, I imagine many of the malicious rumors currently circulating—
Malicious rumors? All we heard on the way here was so much praise that we almost wondered whether there was another Kaedahara Kazuha in town.
Well, to some, the Muso no Hitotachi is something that can never be defeated. They cannot accept the idea that Mr. Kaedahara really parried the Shogun's strike.
But it's true.
Also, eyewitnesses saw him using the power of Electro in addition to that of Animo. As a result, the falsehood that Kaedahara Kazuha was using a delusion began to spread.
What? But that doesn't make sense. Using a delusion turns you old and frail, and Kazuha still looks fine.
That is correct. However, to some people, the idea of a single person wielding two elements at once is a more inconceivable notion still.
Talking of
This is
elements.
just one of many similar rumors. I am very uncomfortable with being the subject of public discussion, no matter whether it brings suspicion or stardom my way. But perhaps if the Shogunate is willing to publicly support me, this situation will blow over more quickly.
This is precisely why I encourage you to give our offer some serious thought.
In fact, let us put this discussion on hold for the moment. Well then,
हम notice
what
किया
brings
कि
the two of you
क्यों
here?
आए? ठीक है भाई.
We nearly forgot about the most important thing.
Why would such a dangerous individual be looking for me? No. This puzzles me as much as it does you. My fighting forms were taught to me by my family, based on techniques originally developed for blade testing. We undergo rigorous training to standard. Over time, these techniques came to form something of a Kaedahara sword art, focused on blade testing, but with a full— Those forms are quite different from the more practical ones typically used by samurai in battle. So it's hard to imagine that the similarity you speak of was coincidence alone.
All the more reason to watch your back.
Indeed. He sounds highly aggressive. Anyone he targets is at risk of serious injury.
In that case, I will send some men—
Thank you.
मतलब खून खराबा होने
I
वाला है.
must say, I am now very curious about this matter. And I will also need— I will first join the Traveler in investigating the one who attacked him.
Very well. Please stay safe.
Come on. Let's go and track down your aggressor.
Let's kick his ass.
The detective agency knows the most about what goes on in town.
Oh, can we meet
See what
Heizo?
Luigi has to say.
Please tell me they added Heizo in this. Heizo? Heizo? पता नहीं क्या मेरे प्रोनाउंसिएशन गलत है, बहुत गलत. $300 meters. Okay.
we'd like to ask you a quick question. Do you know if anyone around here has been looking for him? For Kaidahara Kazuha, we mean.
Aha! So this is the renowned Mr. Kaidehara. I've heard a lot about you. It is an honor to finally meet you today.
You are too kind. We are currently investigating an assault and would appreciate any help you can offer.
Oh? You were targeted in an assault? Let me think. I can't seem to recall anything of immediate interest. Mr. Kaidehara is currently the talk of the town, so to be honest with you, our detective agency has recently been receiving many inquiries from people wishing to. Some of them were offering us millions of mora just to gather the information they want. If these were more
Millions? Of mora? Whoa! Oh, wait. Even at that price, you probably still shouldn't.
Please, accept my thanks for looking out for my privacy.
Of course. No matter what, we only take on legitimate cases. We don't... Sorry, I gotta but I wouldn't know where to begin.
Then let's put that connection aside. The Tenryo Commission had very few leads. I thought you might have some information from...
It's true that the commissioners aren't clued up about every little thing that goes on out in the streets. But typically, it's only the most trivial events that manage. If anyone had been out there attacking people, that would be assault. In which case the
Uh-oh. Looks like the trip...
I still find it difficult to believe that whoever attacked you hasn't... Few people possess your prowess in battle. So unless I am well aware of your talents, it would cause me great grief to see someone become critically injured or lose their life because for the poor victim, this would...
Don't worry, we'll find...
It seems you are every bit the selfless hero they make you out to be, Mr. Kaidehara.
You flatter me. Truth be told, I don't know quite what came over me in that moment.
You are much too humble. Don't worry, I completely understand your concerns. I will try my best to gather whatever leads I can for you. Oh, actually, there was one strange incident over the last few days. It doesn't... Let me tell you about it, Justin.
Sure. During times like this, the more information we have, the better.
All right then. Recently, 2 people went missing from the city at around the same time. One of them is a pretty well-known collector, surnamed Nagato. The other, Amenoma Yuya, is a samurai from the Amenoma clan.
Amenoma? Now there's a familiar name.
Right. Yuya is the nephew of Amenoma Togo, the owner of Amenoma Smithy. 2 grown men going missing at the same time. I recalled this because Amenoma Yuya is also an accomplished martial artist.
Understood, though it seems highly unlikely.
Sure, can't hurt.
Thank you, Ryuji. We'll start...
Sounds good.
Alright. Go to the bladesmith. और बढ़ाओ क्या हाल है? Oops.
Ah, if it isn't Kaidehara Kazuha.
Huh? You two...
Yes, the Kaedahara and Amenoma clans were both members of the Ryzen Gokaden. Historically, there have always been deep links between the 2 clans. After I returned to Inazuma, I visited Mr. Amenoma to pay my respects. Yes, you may recall the story of the Ryzen Gokaden from the Iridori festival.
Though all bladesmiths trace their craft back to the same source, over time, as an example, the Amenoma art strives to emulate the abiding patience and determination of water as it turns stone to sand. There is nothing mystical to our work. There is only practice, day in. As for the art of the Kaedehara clan, I believe it's called the Ishin art.
That's right. Ishin art strives for complete harmony between blade and mind from the moment that forging begins. For only a blade thus forged can capture and convey its maker's thoughts and feelings. And
indeed, most samurai choose their blades, but an Ishin blade chooses its owner. You are, without a doubt, the most worthy wielder of an Ishin blade. It gladdens my heart to see that although the Kaedehara clan has fallen on hard times, its ideals and...
You overestimate me. My actions are guided by my own personal sentiments, Not by any noble act, but let's get back on topic. The purpose we hope to assist with the investigation.
Ah, yes. My nephew. He didn't say a word before he left, but I've done what I can so far.
Wait, इसने हमला क्या है ये?
All I can do now?
We heard that there was a
ये बुढ़ाऊ का
collector
nephew है?
involved in the disappearance too. Know
Could be.
anything about that?
Yes. On the morning that Yuya went missing, he gave me a very cryptic look. I
वही है,
believe he
ये
went to
वही है.
collect the item from Mr. Nagato. After that, the next thing I heard was that a fire had broken out. Yes. Strange, isn't it? If I had to get... He's never been particularly... He is extraordinarily talented in martial...
Truth be told, based on the evidence we have gathered so far...
What? No. Absolutely, he is humble and...
बुढ़ा तो यही बोलेगा,
but
लेकिन बंदे ने
with that said, it's equally out of character for him to
चार
just
पांच बंदे लिटा दिए
disappear
हो तो
with neither farewell nor fair. I also cannot know what course of action he might be capable of if coerced or otherwise compelled by circumstances unbeknownst to me. Anyway,
Don't worry. You have our word.
From the sound of that, Paimon doesn't think Yuya was the one who attacked us as well.
Yes. It sounds as if something happened when... Let's pay a visit to the Naga...
अबे कितना घुमाओगे? What the hell? फिर ऊपर जाओ यार, क्यों? I hope they added some good animation cutscenes. Okay, here we are.
I'm very sorry, but we cannot afford to pay what we owe right now. My husband has gone missing, and I'm still trying to find him.
He's dead.
No.
Oh.
You misunderstand us. We are here to help with the investigation. We'd like to ask you some questions about Mr. Naga...
Ah, I see. I thought the debt collectors had come to visit again. I'm sorry you have to see me in this dreadful state.
I'm afraid we don't have any new information at the moment. With this in mind...
For example...
That's a long story. He'd always get so animated when he was showing them to me. I knew nothing about the items myself, but seeing how enthusiastic and excited they make... Everything was fine when we first got married.
Uh-oh.
He lost his sense of restraint. He started buying more and more things, and even resorted to borrowing money just so he could pay. Our expenses really spiraled out of control when he started getting interested in weapons. It was awful. There were days he wouldn't sell them, wouldn't even touch them. Just sat there staring. I'm happy he has a hobby, and I'm willing to support him. But making ends meet has to come first. On the last day that I saw him, I gave him an ultimatum. I said, if he refused to sell his collectibles and pay off his debts, I would divorce him and take the children with me.
Whoa!
And that led to an...
Actually, it didn't. Generally, he's a quiet man who likes to go with the flow. On most things, he leaves the... You must understand, I never would have dreamed of threatening him with divorce if the debts hadn't pushed our family to the brink. After I said those words, he froze and was silent for a long time. When he finally spoke, his voice was so meek and pitiful that I felt an urge to take everything back. But then what? If I didn't draw the line, what would happen to our family? Had I not indulged his bad habits, we wouldn't have found ourselves in such a predicament. And I also don't... The next thing I heard was...
I see. Ame no Yuya came to purchase a weapon from Mr. Nagato. During the sale, a fire broke out at the warehouse, and...
At first, I assumed they must have gotten into an argument over the price, but my husband has never been one to negotiate. He never even haggles when he's out buying groceries, so it's hard to imagine him getting into a fierce argument.
Okay.
Maybe...
I don't know. He just disappeared. Perhaps he's too afraid to come home now that all his collectibles have been lost in the fire, and he's got no way to pay off our debt. As long as he's...
Please don't get upset. If collecting things is... But the information we gathered from the other...
A little confusing.
Let's try a change of scenery and see if we can piece together what we've learned. Rest assured, we'll notify you if we find anything.
Thank you so much.
अब क्या?
Based on the information we've gathered so far, I can only surmise the fire at the warehouse likely played a part in how the situation unfolded. Do you have any thoughts?
Well, Paimon was thinking that maybe someone... Nope, never mind. Paimon's brain needs to rest for a while. Over to you.
An interesting explanation. I was also considering this possibility. Amenoma Yuya is an expert on swords. He could have noticed some problematic details about Mr. Nagato's collectibles. Maybe he recognized a blade as a fake.
That
Or
sword.
they thought a fire would destroy everything. But it's a far-fetched... One fact that I keep coming back to is that Amenoma Yuya is polite and well-mannered, while Mr. Nagato, being heavily in debt, is also the only one of them with the... The more I ponder it, the more puzzling it becomes. Right. Amenoma Yuya lacks a key distinguishing feature of the attack...
Darn! We thought we could get two birds with one stone here, but at this rate, it's starting to look like a wild goose chase.
Let's keep going. If we can solve the case, both Mr. Amenoma and...
Okay.
Let's head out of the city and...
This is interesting.
Wait. I hear something ominous in the wind.
Oh! This must be another one of those sounds that only you can hear. As sketchy as that whole thing seems, you did put it to good use when we were chasing down that vision thief at Beto's tournament.
Now I'm picking up a strong...
कहाँ से आएगा? ऊपर से?
There's nothing here.
It's gone now, but I can still sense the direction it left in. It felt very much like that ancient presence in Inazuma. The remnants of the Tatarigami. Indeed.
Tatarigami?
But this unexpected spring of inauspicious energy may prove to be of benefit to our investigation. We should remain vigilant and approach slowly.
So it's an under...
The force is definitely coming from down. The source of the Tatarigami energy has long since left this place. Judging from the concentration...
Mrs.
Hey.
Nagato said her husband used to hang around the warehouse by himself.
It could well be that he was already under the influence of Tatarigami energy at that time. From what I've been told, Tatarigami does not turn all upon whom it preys into violent monster, but most will develop a stubborn streak upon being exposed to the Tatarigami's unfulfilled will. Mr. Nagato had an interest in collecting to begin with. The influence of Tatarigami could explain why he became an obsessive...
So what should we do now? Go down and take a look?
Step
Yep.
back. I'll open the door and take a look. If we don't open this door, we can move no closer to... You needn't worry.
What's down there?
Everything's buried in debris. I can't see anything. It looks like the fire caused a cave-in, reducing the entire warehouse to rubble.
That was too scary! Paimon was so sure that the warehouse boogeyman was about to jump out at us!
All we can do now is keep searching in the direction that the Tatarigami... Two ordinary humans, entangled with the Tatarigami. Yes, let's quiet your mind.
Wait, let me change. Yes, I'm going with Futao.
Silly chap.
No, that scope. I need more crit damage. What the hell? Keep going. $34,200. No, that didn't work. Okay. What the hell? Oh, उधर कुछ है, कुछ तो है.
From this point, the trail appears to split into two. The main source of the Tatarigami energy continued on into the distant.
Whoa! Look at all those hilly trails. They're acting really strangely.
Something seems to be drawing their attention. Let's take a closer look.
Body it. No, my sword. Get ring cutter.
Illusion shattered!
Ugh! Look at this red...
By the looks of it, a letter written on a piece of torn clothing. The ink is bone dry. Well,
Okay, I get it.
according to this letter,
उसने
a conflict arose because Amenoma Yuya wanted to seize a blade belonging to Mr. Nagato.
और उसने वो
Yuya
चुरा लिया.
started the fire that destroyed the warehouse and wounded Mr. Nagato in the fight. Mr. Nagato kept chase as long as he could.
So...
He was not only mortally wounded, but also under the heavy influence of Tatarigami. Add to that whatever traces there may have been of his... Yes, if Amenoma Yuya...
Right! So let's get moving!
I wouldn't be surprised if, for a practitioner of the martial arts, the easiest desire to inflict all the clues. I have a hypothesis.
Wait, you figured it out?
I believe so. On with the search. We must.
No! Damn it.
He seems to have.
Why here?
I'm not sure. Show yourself. It's no use hiding anymore.
आजा चुपचाप बाहर बैठे.
Kaidehara Kazuha. It's you, at last.
Aha! What's your problem, huh? What could you possibly have against Kazuha?
Indeed, there should be no enmity between us. If it is Amenome Yuya that stands before us. But what if instead of facing Amenome Yuya, we are in fact facing the blade in his hand?
Now that you mention it, it is giving off a strange light. Whoa! Surely you don't mean... Are you serious?
Tatari affect any living organisms in its vicinity. The blade has resided in Mr. Nagato's warehouse for many years, affecting his state of mind, and more recently using the sale as a means to affect, or rather as a means to occupy, Amenome Yuya's body.
You're sharper than I thought. You've already deduced the truth of the matter. Many, many years ago, I was forged by a famed bladesmith of the Ishin tradition. I was as a descendant of the Kaidehara clan. You should be able to guess.
I presume it has something to do with the
Indeed. He was a bladesmith, and sure enough, in the end, he achieved what he had set out to do. He not only bestowed upon me in her conceit, the Raiden Shogun lost not only the single most perfect blade in the entire world, but also in
So... swords?
The people of the time in which I was born, never after the death of my creator, I seek but one thing. To face the full force of the Raiden Shogun's blade and prove my power. The might of Ishin.
So, Amin, tell me, what happens to those you've possessed when you've finished using them?
My hosts? Who cares what happens to them? When they got tired, or injured, or unusable, I hopped to the next... After I returned to Inazuma, I decided to bide my time in Nagato's warehouse. At long last, I'm approaching my journey's destination. Kaidehara Kazuha, you stood against the Raiden Shogun's Muso no Hitotachi. There can be no other to serve as my host for what is now. Give your body over to me!
हाँ तू बोलेगा और ऐसे दे दूंगा. Hey, it's fight time, boys.
Let me read you a verse.
No, you don't.
Body and mind.
I must leave. Nope.
Join me and sever that divine light!
ये तो ऐसे ही निपट गया लॉल.
Not stand in my way, or I will...
Your bluff's fooling no one. You've lost.
Lost? I can never lose.
को यूज ही
It is
करना
this
भूल गया.
body that has reached its limit, nothing more. Even if you defeat me here, the one who falls will not be me. He is but a puppet that can be replaced. The end result is the same. And even if I were to lose by any means necessary...
Your fighting style. But from your movements, I sense only hatred and arrogance.
Really?
As I've mentioned before, the forms of Ishin are... Since the blade is currently possessing Amenome Yuya's body, its movements... If you ask me, the mania is probably due to your desperate, single-minded ambition.
Are you trying to claim that I am helpless without you? On his deathbed, he passed to me all of Ishin Art's secrets. The little that you know barely scratch in that regard. Why?
Because all of that is in... I've been wondering why you've not caused more trouble in all the years that you've been in Inazuma. If you are indeed a cursed blade that can possess its owner. Now that I've seen inside your mind, after all the time...
Oh, that's right. Paimon remembers now. Mr. Nagato had a habit of never...
Only when Mr. Nagato witnessed his wife's distress and decided to sell his collectibles, well, that you were determined to fulfill... I think you realized your limitations long ago. But the way I see it, what began as an ambition has long since...
What would you know about any of this?
You returned to Inazuma to prove the unparalleled brilliance, even if you were to sever that divine light. Sure, you inherited the secrets of Ishin Art. But even as you made your journey to honor this legacy, you treated the ones who wielded you as mere tools to do... How could you possibly unleash the full potential of Ishin Art when you act in perfect discord...
Silence! I must achieve my goal. I will concede that you are
And you should...
Easy for you to say. I have no need of anything that would stand in my way. It is pointless to argue further, descendant of the Kaedahara clan.
How stubbornly you... I do not believe for a second that you can challenge the almighty Shogun in your current state.
What? Surely you're not planning to agree to his demand.
Very well. Then find yourself some enemies with whom you wish to cross blades. A taste of
Hey
my
there, buddy.
power will more
Welcome
than
to the
convince
stream.
you. Once we have dealt with them, we shall proceed to Tenshukaku.
And as for your end of the bargain, if you lose, you must release Amenoma Yuya from your control.
I accept.
Don't do this, Kazuha!
This is the only way to save Amenoma Yuya. If we don't do this, he'll forever be the Blade's puppet. The Cursed Blade's strength is currently very weak, and I sense he's hesitating. This suggests his heart is still not completely devoid of honor. The power of the Tatarigami lies in intensifying existing obsessions. This is the reason Mr. Nagato and Amenoma Yuya fell prey to it. Since I don't have any similar kinds of obsessions, I should be able to put up some resistance for a while.
But...
Even if things take a turn for the worse, I still have you both here with me. We have a chance here to save an innocent victim. I am willing to accept the risks entailed.
Your
Alright,
disdain
fine.
for me betrays your woeful ignorance. I agreed to this bet because there are things I wish to learn too. Now, take me in your hand.
Kazuha?
I'm okay.
You sure, buddy?
I felt a little dizzy at first, but only for a moment. It's all right. So far, this was as I expected.
You have any tips to save up Primogems? Cause I'm struggling with it, lol. Bro, don't open your bag. Don't see your Primogems. It's all I can say now. Because once you see the 160 Primogems in your bag, you know.
I will. Thank you.
What should we do next? Have you got a plan, Kazuha?
That's all I can say, bro.
We find some enemies.
No exploration and no wishing, I see. Yep.
Although this blade has endured much turmoil, it probably hasn't experienced many real fights.
And don't check your Primogems daily.
If a blade built for Ishin Art cannot enter a state of harmony between blade and bearer, it cannot unleash its true power. If he wants to avoid reality, then we need to fight until he has no choice but to face it. He shouldn't last long in an intense combat situation.
Wait a minute! Paimon remembers hearing about something from the Adventurers Guild. Since the Takasukasa clan abandoned that secret base, it's been held by Ronin ever since.
Ah, all right. Please lead the way.
Here we go.
What about Amenoma Yuya? What should we do with him?
The blade says he'll let Amenoma Yuya trail us silently. Although he hasn't regained his own consciousness yet, he is not in any immediate danger.
Are we sure this is a good idea? It's a pretty treacherous journey. Okay, fine. Just be careful.
You know I have the same problem. When I say I have 160 primitives, I just pull. I pulled like 9 wishes yesterday. Has your day been good? Mine was good. Yes. It's going great. Time to slice and dice some enemies. Let's see. Relatable for all Genshin players. Yep. Like, I can't control when I see I have 160 primitives. Just pull it. Okay, here we go. Ah, yeah. Domain, let's go. Yeah. Let's hear some music. Bro, wait.
Leave everything on this journey to me.
It's my lucky day!
The wind knows me. Into the wind.
To the ferry. Finally, let's get down to business.
Yeah, just come closer.
One with nature. As one with wind and cloud. Time to go. The wind knows me.
That felt great.
How are you feeling? You okay?
I'm all right. The blade is performing largely as I expected. Having gone so long without proper use and maintenance, it's become very difficult to use.
Do you have plans if Zhongli rerun, or you just stick to it? Yes, I'm gonna wait for Zhongli's rerun. I pulled for Ganyu when there was, double banners. I pulled for Ganyu.
Though he's making every effort to persevere, I do not think he can last much longer.
Because of Spiral Abyss, I didn't pull for Zhongli.
Something else on your mind?
How strange. Rather than trying to control me, He is instead trying to match my fighting rhythm. Let's keep going.
I have C6 Noel. Give me that. Wait. Let me check corners if I forgot. Claim chest. Okay, nothing.
Time to
there.
go.
Time to go. Sujoy. Kazuha pull क्या? नहीं bro.
Let's get down to business. Time to go. One with nature. Time to go.
लेकिन मैं पुल कर रहा हूँ. जब तक बैनर है तब तक तो पुल करूँगा.
Into the wind.
Say no more.
The wind knows me. Time to go.
Let's get down to business. There's more.
Nope.
One with nature. Fallen leaves. Adorn my night. The wind knows me.
Very high. Very high.
Oh boy, that is so satisfying.
Something's up with the blade.
I can sense that his strength is slowly fading away. The blade is becoming more and more difficult for me to wield.
My team is so sucks. I can only get 6 stars in floor 9 and it's disappointing to like pro Genshin players. But it's good ego boost for me for some odd reason. Oh. मेरे को finally आज मिल गया. Congrats buddy.
He cannot hold out much longer. If he keeps persisting, he will likely break apart at any moment.
But what would that do to Amanome Yuya?
I will be careful with it. He also says he does not have any plans to give up easily. He's still trying to achieve his goal.
I did this battle with Pro 12 6 stars. My characters are not powerful enough to, you know, do the 9 stars spiral abyss 12. Any chest around here? No. Okay. अभी वेपन निकालूंगा. Whale or what? How is it?
Into the wind.
Whoa, whoa.
One with nature.
Fall before me.
Into the wind.
I'm ready.
Nope.
Clouds high. The birds call.
Are you okay? It looked like you were really struggling the entire fight.
Well, nice sir.
And it looks
I
like
have to
he's
pay
reached
him
his limit.
supposed to pay.
The
Lol.
sheen's grown a bit dimmer again. It doesn't look anywhere near as impressive as it did at the start.
Perhaps this time we'll finally have a chance to see his true form.
True form? What are you talking about? Huh? What the? Is this the same blade as before? It looks
What?
like a piece of junk.
2 मिनट पहले तो ग्लो कर रही थी. What the hell?
If you choose to continue in the state you're in, you wouldn't even be able to beat Samurai and Kairagi, much less the almighty Shogun. Maybe you did truly wield power to rival the Shogun's light when first forged. But the long journey from Snezhnaya back to Inazuma has left you battered and broken. It barely needs stating anymore. Your ambition is a flight of fancy.
If only I have some money, I'll donate to you, lol.
I finally figured out why it was that you agreed to my bet. You wanted to reach a state of harmony with me. For perhaps then you would still be able to wield commendable power. But regrettably,